Your name is the highest. Your name is the greatest. Your name stands above them all. All paths and positions, all thrones and dominion. Your name stands above them all. And the angels cry, holy, all creations rise. Holy. Hi, lovely people. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Gloriana Ayelitete. I'm a wife, a mom, a public health practitioner with interest in maternal and child health. I'm an entrepreneur and a lover of God. If you just found me, thank you so much for coming here. You're going to be a blessing. Stick and stay. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and you will be blessed. If you're an OG, you know I love you so much. God bless you for sticking and staying. Okay, in today's episode, we are still talking about preparation towards marriage and some of the things that are likely to happen before the wedding day. Mhm. Yes, I'm here to spill the beans, to tell you all about it. So stick and stay. Let's get right into it. Now, have you ever felt pressure to do something against your will? This is the time you are going to feel pressured to do things against your will. If you are not strong willed, if you are not so firm with your decisions, this is the time you will be most vulnerable. You see, when you are preparing to get married, there are a lot of people who will come with their ideas. People will tell you what to do, they will try to even dictate how you should do things. This is where your decision making prowess is tested. This is where people want to see whether you are really ready for the marriage you are getting into. You know, the pressure that preparing for marriage brings, especially preparing for the ceremony, the wedding day, is so much that if you don't take it, you can even fall sick. There are a lot of things that can come your way because you are preparing to get married. And one of these things is the pressure that comes from family, the pressure that comes from friends, the pressure that comes from even your beloved is serious. You need to build resilience. You need to find a way to be able to handle the pressure that is going to come. There's going to be pressure on the kind of choices you make. For instance, you might choose the colors that you want for your wedding. It will shock you. Some people who think they have a stake in your life, people who think that they have the final say in your life, especially your parents, your guardians, or people very close to you, will start to question some of the decisions you make. They will ask you why you are choosing certain colors, why is your dress like this, why are you choosing this style and not that style, why are you doing this and not that, I've always spoken about my mom. I love her so much. She has been an uncle. Like she sacrificed everything just to see me where I am today. You know, being an only child is not child's play, you see. So she has been very good to me. She has taken care of me. She has invested, and from childhood, she has always had the luxury of choosing things for me, from the clothes I wear to the jewelries, even how I match my clothes, my hairstyle, everything I do, she has always had that influence. So when I was growing up, or when I got to that stage where I started to make decisions for myself, especially now that I was getting married, it became like a problem because it looked like I was now beginning to rebel. But you, that mama girl, who every time everything is decided for you, even if I want to sew a dress, she will go and give the style for the dress to be sewn. I don't choose the style I want. She just decides what is done for me. Then it gets to my wedding day, and I'm like, I want to choose my own style. I want to choose my own color. I want to choose my own dress. I want to choose my own shoe. She was like, wait, what? Has it come to this? Wow. So all of a sudden, I'm not included in anything, you see. But you need to learn to stand your ground, okay? This is the time you need to show that you are actually mature, you are ready, and you trust your decisions. You are getting married for Christ's sake. And that place is not where your parents are going to take decisions for you. Your father is not going to make decisions for you when you get into the marriage. Your mother is not going to make decisions for you when you get into that marriage. So it starts now. It starts the moment you start dating. That is when you need to find ways of being firm with your decisions. Let your no be no, let your yes be yes. So, yes, there was pressure on the kind of choices that I was making because they were not made by my mom, and it became an issue. But with time, she got to understand. I remember when I decided the kind of style I wanted to sew for my wedding and my traditional wear. She was not aware of it. I didn't show her whatever style I was going to sew. I just went ahead, spoke with the seamstress and whoever was going to do it. And when the dresses were ready, I don't know whether she was just waiting for it to go wrong or something so that she'll say, you see, I told you. But thankfully, when they came and she saw me in the dresses, she was like, wow, they are beautiful. They look very good on you. So, yes, I now know that you can decide on your own. And I now know that, I mean, you too, you know what is nice and you know what you want and you go for it. And I'm proud of you. And that was how it ended, you see. But maybe your case might not be like mine. Yours may be your guardian, maybe probably your parents are not with you, or you are not staying with your parents. So when you're about to get married, it then happens that it's your guardian who is going to take you through the process, who is going to help you prepare and help you with some of these things. Sometimes they may not agree with the decisions you make. For instance, you and your partner may decide that you are packaging your food instead of doing a reception, and they might not be in agreement with it. But you need to be fair. You need to put across your message clearly, precisely, and respectfully. Let them understand why you are making these choices. Because one, they are not going to give you money to do whatever lavish wedding or ceremony they are looking forward to enjoying. Even if they are going to give you the money, it is very prudent and wise that you prepare ahead of time concerning your marriage, in a sense that don't spend everything that you have on that fateful day, on the ceremony and the plenty things that you want people to see that yeah, you two you are there. Then you finish, you go home and you go and chew sand. Oh my god. Yeah, I said that, yeah. And I mean it. I mean, I've had conversations with people who have um, seen the need to save money when you are planning for your marriage. People don't see how important it is because they think it's all about showing off what you have, sewing the plenty dresses, wearing the many jewels, changing your hairstyle, and all. If you follow social media, my dear, you will go bankrupt. You will go bankrupt. So please don't follow social media. Cut your cloth according to your size. Even if you have it all to spend. Please, it is wise that you spend it on the marriage itself, not on that 1 day, 2 days ceremony. Ɛtete w'ani so a, that is when you see that. Hey, God. It's even funny. I mean, it's funny how those people who are really well to do in society, they don't waste time on some things like this. Then the people who, oh God, have mercy. They are the ones who will do all the lavish things, go back and then suffer. In fact, you see, where I was born, where I come from, it's some rural fishing community. Okay, and those people, they like to be extravagant. They like to spend on their outward appearance. When you see them and they are dressed chapeau with thick makeup, you will wonder how much gold they have in their account. My dear, most of them don't even have bank accounts. When they get money today, they spend it today and it is done. That is the lifestyle of some people. So if you follow these people, you put yourself in trouble. Do not allow pressure to cause you to do things that you are going to regret. after the ceremony. That is how come people go and borrow. They borrow to pay for decorations, lavish decorations. They borrow to pay for plastic chairs or whatever things is needed for reception. They borrow. In fact, people borrow and borrow and borrow even the gown they wear for their weddings. Then afterwards, they are owing vendors and they don't have money to pay. It's either they pay with whatever gifts people have given them in cash, or people have to seize certain things that they own until they pay their debts. You don't want to find yourself wanting. You don't want to put yourself in this situation. It is true that God has made provision. He has blessed us with all spiritual blessings. He has given us everything that we need to prosper. But please be wise. Be as wise as the serpent. What did the Bible say about the ant? It says that they are very wise. I don't know if you've noticed, even before it starts to rain, you see ants gathering food, putting it into their holes. They gather food and put it into their holes. So by the time the rain drops, they have lots of food to eat. So they can even stay there a whole month and have nothing to worry about. That is prudence. So please do not be pressured. I mean, there are sometimes you see some family members or friends, they'll ask you, I think you should do your wedding this way. You should buy this type of gown, buy this kind of ring. This is the name of the dress. This is the shoe you should use. That is what is trending on social media. Oh, because there will be a lot of people to coming for the wedding, I think you should budget for 1,000 people. Oh, budget for 800 people. And all these people is math. They are not even bringing money out to say that, okay, I'm catering for that. Well, if you have people who are going to support you or sponsor these things they are bringing out, why not? Girl, enjoy yourself. Because after all, what? It is God who uses men to bless. Hmm? God makes rich and adds no sorrow. He brings men our way to bless us. The Bible says that He gives His children rest. So, yes, if God is in the picture, He will give you rest. So, He will bring the people to sponsor. If they are bringing the sponsorship, they are giving you the money or the items or whatever you're going to need to make that ceremony a beautiful one. Why not? But even with that, you need to be wise about it because, in the first place, you were preparing to have your ceremony. I'm sure you probably budgeted for, let's say, your clothing, you budgeted for the number of guests you want to have, the food, you budgeted for water, you budgeted for drinks, you budgeted for cake, you budgeted for all the souvenirs and things that you'll be needing. So if somebody brings you an amount of money or says that I'm catering for this, that money you use to budget for that portion, you put it in a bank, you save it. It doesn't mean that you should spend it anyhow. No. Somebody watching me might be thinking, oh, this girl is a miser. She's so. Uh, sis, and so, da, I have heard of people who did lavish weddings and within 2 months, 3 months, they're divorced because they can't pay their debts. And most of the time, it's the men who suffer these things because they are pressured. The women, we women, oh, and man, I don't know, some women will allow peer pressure to cheat them, putting burdens on the men they are going to marry. You found your God given man, God fearing. Now, so peer pressure, auntie, you are putting pressure on this man and making him find money from places he has not put money. How do you expect him to fend for you after the marriage? That's where there's going to be tension. There's no peace. You've married, freshly married couples, so you can't smile with each other. You can't laugh happily for 2 seconds because there's tension. Adreno is doing calculations, thinking of how to settle debts. Please, don't be that kind of girlfriend. Don't be that kind of woman who is going to rather be a burden to your husband. Also, there's this pressure about where ceremonies should be held. I remember during my time, there were complaints here and there from some aunties from my mother's side who expected that my engagement should be done in their houses. But I prayerfully told myself that I was going to do the right thing no matter what. And I made sure that I stood my ground and the right thing was done. And I don't regret it. So, yes, there are going to be people from family. Sometimes people can even involve your pastors to convince you. Yes, people can involve your pastors, your spiritual mother or father. I mean, people who kind of have a stake in your life or who have influence on you. That when they talk, you would listen. They can use those channels just to try to convince you to change your mind of what you know very well that God has spoken to you about and told you to do. So yes, there's going to be pressure coming from there. Sometimes it's even going to come in the form of emotional blackmail. People are going to use so many avenues just to get at you so that you will be anxious and you'll be shaking and you are not sure that whatever decisions you are taking is right. That is why prayer is always important. I mean, at this point, if you've been watching my videos and you don't like praying, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have to pray. Oh. You need to know the word of God and pray. Because these things, well, let take it by force. Oh. You don't joke with things like this. This is a matter of destiny. Some people are living in Accra, they are living in Kumasi, or in places where they stay far away from their hometowns. And just when you decide to get married, you take it to your hometown. That hometown that they are waiting to devour you, they are waiting to. No, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do your any ceremony concerning you in your hometown, but there are some people you know yourselves very well that you are not supposed to take your marriages to your hometowns. But because you want to please family, you want to please people, you take it there. Now, koya asamama. You finish the ceremony and it becomes so many issues. Please be discerning, be prayerful, and allow the Spirit of God to help you make decisions as important as this. For some people, they just want to go and show off. Say, yeah, I've been away for a while. In fact, sometimes it's not even the couple, it's their parents or their aunties or their uncles, their guardians who wants to prove to the people in the township that yes, men so may buy during year and then you know, there's this thing I heard that some witches and wizards are literate until they are like they are doing to and so some of them they are illiterate just say the way they will do you basa eh? I mean, I'm not trying to make you afraid or scared because you shouldn't be scared of witches and wizards. You have a higher ranking than them. Okay? The Lord has placed you in him. In him you live and move and have your being. He is a refuge, he is a tower of strength unto you. So you need not to be afraid of witches and wizards and what they can do. They are just like tiny flies in the eyes of God. Okay? Jesus said that if you believe, you will even do greater things that he came to do. So please, I'm not making you afraid or scared about this, but I'm telling you the realities that you need to be spiritually discerning about all these things. Is this what God wants you to do? Does God want you to take this ceremony to your hometown? If yes, go ahead and do it. And the protection of the Lord is going to be on you. It's going to be glorious. All men will see. In fact, there will be young ladies or young men in that place who would witness it and also want to become like you. Let me share this last story. I remember when I got married, my mom told me about how an auntie of mine, her daughter, told her mother that she wanted to also get married like I got married. Like she wants to take her time and also find somebody so that the person will come and marry her. Mind you, the family I come from what I know, especially my mother's side, nobody has really been married the way I was married. Most of the time, it's either they give birth before something is done or nothing is done at all. Yes, so to the glory of God, I was the first person to be married properly without having to see the nakedness of a man before being married. And this is because God helped me to get to this point. God helped me. He protected me. He granted me that grace to stay. And because I trusted him, he made it a glorious one. So this young girl wanted to also become like me, to be married properly to the glory of God. So, yes, for all you know, if you take it to your village, if you take it to your hometown, that is where one young girl would also be inspired and will start to look up to you, start to look up to your marriage. So, the underlining thing is that make sure it is approved by God before you do that, so that you don't go calling battles that you're not ready to fight for yourselves. I hope you were blessed. I'm going to come your way with another episode that is going to blow your mind. So stick and stay. God bless you. Please, when you watch and you are blessed, be cool, share. Share. Somebody on your timeline needs to hear this, even if they are not ready to get married. It will precondition them and prepare them so that when the time is ripe, they won't find themselves wanting. Please share, like, comment, and God will bless you. I love you. Bye bye.